Coach, how important was that last 10 minutes of the first half, and specifically the spark that you got off the bench from Anthony Leal and Tamar and the others that came in?
It was very important. We came out very slow and not really into the game. I mean, we were flat, man, and it's the first time I've seen that. And I tried to let them play their way out. We missed some good shots. We had good looks early. But they built, I think, a 10-point lead at one time, and so I had to change it up, went to the bench, and our bench was fantastic tonight coming in.
Yeah, Reece Thompson, a double-double tonight. Just his toughness inside, what kind of factor did that play? It seemed like that at times you were kind of looking to him as well.
Well, again, he's been playing that way all season for us. And they were playing small ball, so we tried to take advantage of that by posting him against a smaller guy, and he made a couple of buckets that way. So, I mean, that's something that we will explore as we continue this journey if teams are going to play our fours with smaller people. I mean, you got to exploit it.
Coach, you've mentioned how competitive your practices have been. What do you think makes them competitive? How would you just kind of go into more depth in describing that?
Because the second unit pushes the first unit. And when we have scrimmages, there's been times the second unit has come away with the win. So, I mean, that's being competitive where they're not succumbing all the time to the first unit. So, and it showed tonight. They got in there and they did what they were supposed to do. And I played them. I think I played Anthony and a few of those guys 9-10 minutes straight.
Great.
Mike, Trace didn't have his normal scoring day, but he affected the game in other ways. Would you mind just what did you see from what Trace did to this game? And then second, a lot of coaches don't exploit what teams are doing to them. They kind of say, "Oh, you're going small, then I'll go small too." Why did you do what you did?
Well, again, our bigs are athletic enough that we can switch if we get in trouble. And then with Trace, he missed probably about 3 or 4 bunnies I call around the rim that just didn't drop for him. There's going to be nights like that. Again, I thought early on we struggled to shoot the ball. Miller, I don't even think he made a bucket tonight. And Parker struggled the first half, and he got it going a little bit the second half. But there's going to be nights like that. But, I'm a true believer, man, that if your defense is solid, it'll keep you in ball games. If you're defending and rebounding as a unit, you got a chance.
Max? You mentioned yesterday that Anthony had kind of earned some more playing time in your eyes. I guess what had you seen from him recently that gave you more confidence in him?
Well, again, he's been very competitive in practice. And I came in tonight knowing I was going to play him, and he responded, which was kind of nice to see.
Coach, talk about the impact of Parker. He plays 24 minutes a game. The stat line is what it is, but he's shooting nearly 50% from behind three-point on 43 attempts this year. Talk about the impact that he's having on this offense.
Well, again, we knew he could shoot the ball. We just got to put him in position where he can make shots, and he's been making them. I thought the Syracuse game he was right on the money in terms of the three ball, and then tonight he made threes when we really needed them. But we just got to keep him in a good place. He's been, shooting a lot of them in practice. So I'm happy with where he is as a player right now because he's giving us some positive minutes and doing what he does best, and that's making the long ball.
Kevin?
Yeah, Tamar just said, hey, if I miss 10 shots, I'm going to take the 11th. Is that the kind of mindset you saw coming out of high school with him? And what is that? Maybe what does that say about him as a freshman in terms of his competitiveness?
Well, the thing I'll say about Tamar, he's not scared of the moment. He'll take a big shot. Sometimes it's a bad shot, but hey, I like everything about Tamar. That's why he's here wearing an Indiana uniform.
Yeah, Mike, a lot of turnovers early, then you slowed it down on the turnovers as the game went on.
Reece didn't have any after he had 6 the previous game. What did you do to eliminate the turnovers as the game went on?
Well, all we can do is talk about it, man, and show them on film that, you know, when you play offense, you don't give it to the defense. You know, you play offense to score the ball and have fun while you're doing it. So I thought we were a little bit better the second half, and in doing that, we were able to build a lead, and by not turning it over and making our defense work for us and making shots, it kind of all goes hand in hand.
Mike, I know it's super early and it's the first Big Ten game, but just how important was it just to come out and play well and get a victory after the first defeat Tuesday night?
Well, every game is important. I mean, our goal this year is not to lose at home, man. I mean, and then try to figure it out when we get out on the road. So this game was important. I mean, every game when we step out on that floor is important.
Last question, George.
Mike, I was just wondering, you're going to play another team in Wisconsin. It's a good shooters, a lot like Syracuse. How much help defense are you going to use, or did you guys kind of learn that maybe you shouldn't just play just straight man-to-man after Syracuse kind of lit you up?
Well, I'm not a zone guy. You know, we don't play any zone. You know, we haven't put any zone in yet. Our man-to-man defense has really been pretty good this year. So we're going to have to go to Wisconsin and try to figure it out from a man-to-man standpoint. I mean, we played some teams, probably not as deep as Syracuse in terms of shooting the long ball, but they made some tough shots, I thought. I think when I look back at that game, if we just erase half the turnovers that we gave them, it's a different ball game. So we'll see what happens when we get to Wisconsin.